Nobody ever talks about Noelle. Can we just take a second and talk about Noelle? Because she's I don't know. Let's just get into the video. I don't know what I'm supposed to say there. She's something, okay? Let's just get into the video, okay? Okay, so real quick, just before I get into the builds, I just want to quickly showcase to you what she can do. Just take into account these lot are level 90, pretty much level 90 plus, and she's barely at level 70 with not the best artifacts, not the best weapons. So considering that, the damage she's dealing is somewhat decent. And also, real quick, I just want to ask, is there actually anyone out there watching this video that actually uses Noelle? Like, has actually used her for a long time, or has used her as their main character, or one of the main characters in their main team? Because I don't think I've ever seen that. So I want to know what, like, if that's just me, am I missing out on something, or is that the case for like a lot of people? So yeah, you know what, just let me know in the comments. Am I the only one that's not using a Noelle and has her underrated, or have a lot of people been, you know, sleeping on her? Let me know in the comments. And you know what, let's just get straight into this build, because I think you guys have seen enough gameplay. She's a lot better than I thought she would have been. Alright, so look here. Yeah, alright, I'll leave it to you, Noelle. Listen, relax. So Noelle is basically one of the most versatile characters in the entire game, like hands down, because she can be used as a shield support, as a healer support. She could be used as a DPS from 0 to 5 constellations, but at C6 is when she gets her best DPS ability. So she can basically be anything you want, especially if you have her as C6. So why don't people use her? Like, why? I'm gonna go over all the builds. There's basically 3 builds that you can do with her, so I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna run through them like really quick, really basic, just straight flat out. So the first one, I'll put timestamps in the description so you guys know where to go to, so I don't waste your time. First one I'm gonna go to is C6 Noelle. If you have a C6 Noelle and you want to DPS her, this is the build for you, okay? I haven't built her that great. I just want to preface that first, okay? So the numbers that you see in some clips that I throw up aren't the best. She has way more potential. It's just I haven't built her, and a lot of the artifacts I use and weapons I use aren't the best for her. It's just I'm making do with what I have, okay? So C6 Noelle DPS build. Here we go. You want to basically build her defense, because that's what her C6 does. It utilizes 50% of her defense and uses that as her attack. So weapon, you can go Skyward Pride. That's what I'm going. If you have a 5-star, Skyward Pride is the best 5-star to use. You do not want to be using prototype Animus or Wolf's Gravestone like you would with most other DPS Claymore users. If you want to go full star, then you can either go with the Serpent Spine, because it has crit rate. We love crit rate. Crit rate is amazing for DPSs. Or you can go with the White Blind. I don't have it. It's basically the counter to the prototype Archaic. It's the one that you build using the prototype weapons, right? Because that builds defense, whereas the Archaic builds attack. I would possibly say go with crit rate. So Serpent Spine, if you have the Battle Pass, go with Serpent Spine for the crit rate. If you don't, then try get a Skyward Pride if you're lucky enough to get a 5-star. But if you want to go complete free to play, then the White Blind is definitely the best for you to get. Then artifacts, you want to go full piece Gladiator. You could also go full piece Retracing Ballade, but Ballade is more so for the shield strength rather than the attack. If you want more attack, then you go with the 4-piece Gladiator set. And being C6, with the Gladiator set, you want to build as much defense as possible. Obviously, Feather and Flower, you're going to get the normal HP and attack. But on the Sands, you want to go for defense, straight up defense percentage. For the Goblet, you want to go geo damage or defense. Really up to you. The difference, I think, is very minimal. But yeah, it's either defense or geo damage. And then last but not least, the headpiece. As always, you always go crit damage or crit rate, but if you can't get a ratio of about, I think it's like 80% crit damage and 40% crit rate, then you might as well just go with defense. That's exactly what I done. That's not what I done, actually. I lied, because I don't have a Gladiator's defense piece that's quite decent, unfortunately, which is why I'm going with this. But don't follow me. Like I said, go for the defense headpiece unless you can get a 80-40% crit damage to crit rate ratio. And then obviously you want to build up your talents, which I have not done, which I probably should have done for the showcase, but I don't really care about doing that right now. So that's the C6 DPS build. If you want to get a DPS build with a Noelle that is C0 to C5, I would suggest against it, but here it is, just for anyone out there who is like, you know, suffering that badly that they need a Noelle that's a C0 to C5 to be their DPS. Okay, I don't know why you would want to do that and put yourself through that pain, but just in case. Okay, I'm going to make this real quick. Weapon again is going to be the exact same, or almost the exact same. It's going to be 5-star option is going to be the Scoured Pride. The best 4-star option is going to be the Serpent Spine. And if you don't have those, then instead of being a White Blind as your best, most free-to-play option, it would be the Prototype Archaic. Okay, because you don't have that defense building from your constellation, so you want to build attack this time, and that follows through into our artifacts. Just like before, we're going to go with 4-piece gladiator or 4-piece retracing ballade. Same thing, same effects. The shield will be better for the retracing ballade, or gladiator's finale will do more attack. And instead of running defense, you're going to be wanting to run attack, and then geo damage bonus over attack on this as well, whereas before it was defense. And then over here it was the same case, crit damage or crit rate if you can get that 80-40 ratio, and if you can't, then just run normal attack rather than defense like it was before. So the only difference other than the weapons is that you're building attack rather than defense, because you don't have that ability from the constellation. That's literally, it's pretty much the same. It's just not gonna fare as well as the C6 does, because the ability that you're getting is very minimal. And then the last build, which is the only build that I think people that have a C0 to a C5 Noelle should be using, if they do want to be using a Noelle, is the shield / healing support, right? So the weapons for the healing / shield support, best option straight up is White Blind. Don't use anything if it's not White Blind. White Blind is the best. If you want a shield / healing support, then you go White Blind. There's literally no other option. Straight up, just White Blind. Okay, artifacts is going to be either a 4-piece Maiden's Beloved, because you want to be getting the basically you just want to heal everyone, right? So that's what Maiden's Beloved does. Or you want to go 2-piece Maiden's Beloved and a 2-piece Defender's Will. Here we go, because it increases defense and that basically supports your shield. It basically acts as a shield, so you have even more capability with your shield. Yeah, so the stats that you want are, again, straight defense, as much defense as you can get on her. Go defense sands, and even go defense circular if you can. Go defense goblet. Literally get as much defense as you can. If you really care about the healing, then you can go for a healing bonus. Yeah, you can go for a healing bonus headpiece. I don't know how well that works. I've never used a healing bonus headpiece, so you know, up to you really. For substats also, again, as much defense as you can. It's literally just as simple as that, and that's basically it. That's a healing / shield build. So that's literally the 3 Noelle builds that you can have. Like I said, she's not the greatest. That's basically why nobody uses her. I know I asked at the start of the video, why does nobody use her? It's because she's trying to do too much, so she doesn't excel at anything, and instead she's very lackluster in everything, if that makes sense. So I understand now why she's a guaranteed for everyone in the game. You know, she can do everything, and maybe right at the start she might seem okay, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Noelle in anyone's main team later on. So fair play. So yeah, if you guys are watching this video and you are trying to build a Noelle, try it out and let me know in the comments how it goes, because you know, I've tried to play with her. It's interesting, to say the least. So yeah, just helped you out. Thumbs up, like, blah blah blah, all of that good stuff, the normal stuff, you know how it goes. Next video is going to be me pulling for Child and Rosaria, sweet Rosaria. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, peace.